Have you ever felt that burning, tingling, or stabbing sensation in your feet at night? The kind that makes it impossible to sleep. Or the strange numbness in your toes that makes walking across the kitchen feel like you're stepping on glass. If you're over 60, chances are you know this pain all too well. Doctors call it peripheral neuropathy, but most people just call it misery. It steals your balance, makes your mornings harder, and turns even a short walk into a battle with your own nerves. But here's the truth. While most people are told they just have to live with it, new science is showing that a simple natural remedy, something you can add to your daily routine today, is helping seniors calm their nerves, reduce that burning pain, and finally sleep through the night again. And no, it's not another expensive pill or risky injection. This is a remedy your body already knows how to use, and seniors all over the world are swearing by it. Neuropathy happens when the tiny nerves in your feet and hands start breaking down, usually from poor blood flow, inflammation, or years of damage from things like diabetes, medications, or even vitamin deficiencies. After 60, your circulation naturally slows down. Your nerves repair themselves more slowly, and your body doesn't absorb nutrients the way it used to. That's why tingling feet, numb toes, and burning legs become so common. A study in 2022 found that nearly half of seniors over 65 report some form of nerve pain, but most are never told about the role food, circulation, and inflammation play in healing those fragile nerve endings. Instead, they're sent home with another prescription that masks the pain but never fixes the cause. That's why today we're going to walk through natural science-backed remedies that improve blood flow, calm inflammation, and protect the coating of your nerves. And I'll count them down from the most common to the most powerful, with number 1 being the natural remedy that has seniors everywhere, saying goodbye to neuropathy pain once and for all. Coming in at number 4 is turmeric, the golden spice that's been used in India for centuries. You've probably seen it in curries, but most people don't realize turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories ever studied. A clinical trial from the Journal of Pain Research showed that patients with nerve pain reported a significant reduction in burning and tingling after just 8 weeks of taking curcumin daily. The reason: curcumin helps calm down cytokines, the little chemical messengers that keep your nerves inflamed. The easiest way to use it is to sprinkle turmeric into soups, scrambled eggs, or even blend it into a golden milk drink at night with warm almond milk and a dash of black pepper. That pepper is important because it boosts the absorption of curcumin by over 2,000%. Imagine sipping something soothing before bed that helps your feet stop burning so you can actually fall asleep. Next. At number 3, we have omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, or in plant sources like flax seeds and walnuts. Omega-3 self are the building blocks of nerve cell membranes. Think of your nerves as little electrical wires wrapped in insulation. When that insulation wears down, the wires start to misfire, causing stabbing pain or numbness. Omega-3 self-repair that insulation, known as the myelin sheath. A study from the Journal of Neurology in 2021 found that seniors who increased their omega-3 intake had improved nerve conduction speed, meaning their nerves literally fired more smoothly, reducing pain signals. The easiest way to get them is 2 servings of fatty fish per week, or by adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed into your morning oatmeal. Just picture this. Instead of waking up with stiff, buzzing feet, you step out of bed and actually feel the floor beneath you without pain. At number 2 is vitamin B12, one of the most overlooked causes of neuropathy. After age 60, nearly 20% of seniors are deficient in B12, often without realizing it. This vitamin is crucial because it keeps your nerve cells alive and healthy. Without enough, nerves shrink and die, leading to numbness, tingling, and even memory problems. A clinical review in the journal Nutrients showed that B12 supplementation improved nerve regeneration in older adults, with noticeable improvements in as little as 12 weeks. The problem: most seniors don't absorb B12 well from food because stomach acid decreases with age. That means even if you eat meat or eggs, your body may not be pulling out the B12 you need. The solution is simple. Eat more B12-rich foods like sardines, beef liver, and fortified cereals. And if your doctor approves, consider a B12 spray or sublingual tablet that bypasses digestion. One woman in her late 70s said, after just 3 months of boosting her B12, she could finally stand in the kitchen without her feet going numb halfway through washing the dishes. And now, the number 1 natural remedy for neuropathy, pain, The one that has seniors swearing they've finally found relief is alpha-lipoic acid. This is a powerful antioxidant found in foods like spinach, broccoli, and organ meats. But in higher amounts, it's been studied as a nerve-healing compound. A German study, involving over 450 patients with diabetic neuropathy, found that alpha acid reduced nerve pain symptoms by nearly 50% in just 5 weeks. It works by increasing blood flow to the nerves, protecting them from oxidative stress, and even helping your body recycle other antioxidants, like vitamin C and E. That means faster healing and stronger protection. The best way to get it naturally is to eat more leafy greens and add a side of sautéed spinach with garlic to your dinner. Some seniors also use doctor-approved supplements for extra support. One man in his 60s said that within a month of adding alpha-lipoic acid, he could finally walk his dog again without having to stop every block because of stabbing foot pain. Imagine being able to move freely again, without your nerves holding you hostage. Here's the truth. Your body is always trying to heal itself. Neuropathy isn't a punishment. It's a signal that your nerves are crying out for better blood flow, more nutrients, and less inflammation. When you give your body the tools it needs, like turmeric, omega-3 south, B12, and alpha-lipoic acid, those fragile nerves can start to calm down, rebuild, and actually let you enjoy life again. Picture yourself slipping on your shoes, going for a walk, or simply lying down at night, without that burning pain, keeping you awake. Relief isn't just possible, it's within your reach. So now I want to ask you, which of these remedies will you try first? Will it be turmeric in your evening tea, a piece of salmon at dinner, or maybe adding leafy greens to your plate tonight? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to make your next decade healthier and more comfortable than the last. Have you ever lain awake at night, staring at the ceiling, with your feet on fire? Maybe it feels like pins and needles stabbing through your toes. Or maybe it's that creepy crawling numbness, like your feet have fallen asleep but refuse to wake up. Some describe it as walking on shards of glass. Others say it's like standing barefoot on hot coals. Whatever it feels like for you, one thing is certain, it makes your life smaller. You stop walking as far as you used to. You hold on to the walls or furniture when you cross the room. And sometimes, you wonder if this is just what getting older means. Living with burning, tingling feet, and hoping the pain pills last long enough to get you through the night. But what if I told you there's another way? That seniors all over the world are discovering a simple, natural remedy that doesn't just mask the pain, but helps repair and protect your fragile nerves. That's right, people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, are saying goodbye to neuropathy, pain using remedies found in the kitchen, not just the pharmacy. Neuropathy isn't just about pain, it's about freedom. When your nerves are damaged, it steals your confidence. You stop gardening because the ground feels uneven beneath your feet. You say no to a walk with your grandchildren because you're afraid of tripping. You hesitate to drive because you can't fully feel the pedals. That's the hidden cost of neuropathy. It's not just in your body, it's in your independence. And while doctors often prescribe strong drugs that dull the symptoms, few ever tell you about the role circulation, nutrition, and inflammation play in repairing nerves. The truth is, after age 60, your body becomes much less efficient at absorbing nutrients and healing tissue. Your blood vessels stiffen, reducing the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the tiny nerves in your hands and feet. Add in decades of wear and tear, maybe some diabetes, maybe high blood pressure, and your nerves are under constant assault. No wonder so many seniors feel like their bodies are betraying them. But here's the hopeful part. Science is proving that when you give your body certain natural compounds found in everyday foods and herbs, those damaged nerves can actually calm down, repair, and even regrow. It's not overnight, but many people start feeling real relief in just weeks. So let's dive into the remedies. I'll count them down from the least powerful to the most life-changing. And pay close attention, because the number one remedy is something most people have never even heard of. Yet it's been shown in clinical studies to dramatically reduce nerve pain in just 5 weeks. And it's already helping seniors like you walk, sleep, and live without that constant burning and tingling. Coming in at number 4 is turmeric, the golden spice that's been called nature's ibuprofen. If you've ever eaten curry, you've had turmeric. It gives food that warm yellow color, but its real magic lies in a compound called curcumin. Curcumin is one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatories in the world. And when it comes to neuropathy, inflammation is your enemy. Think of your nerves like tiny electrical wires. When they're inflamed, they misfire. That's the stabbing pain, the buzzing, the tingling. Calm the inflammation, and the wires stop short-circuiting. A study published in the Journal of Pain Research in 2020 found that patients taking curcumin reported a significant reduction in nerve pain within 8 weeks. Another clinical trial in India showed that seniors with diabetic neuropathy had better walking tolerance and less night pain after just 2 months of turmeric, supplementation. Now, you don't need pills to get turmeric's benefits. You can use it in your kitchen every day. One of the best ways is to make golden milk. Simply warm up a cup of milk, dairy or almond, and stir in half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a little honey. That black pepper is crucial because it boosts curcumin absorption by over 2000%. Sip it before bed, and not only are you calming your nerves, but you're also soothing your whole system for sleep. Imagine this. Instead of lying awake with your feet burning, you drift off with the comfort of a warm drink and wake up realizing you actually slept through the night. Seniors like Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher, swear by it. She said, "I was skeptical, but after 3 weeks of golden milk, the burning in my feet had eased so much that I could finally sit through my granddaughter's piano recital without squirming." That's the power of turmeric. Gentle, natural, but surprisingly effective. Next on our list, at number 3, are omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats that rebuild your nerves from the inside out. Picture your nerves as long, delicate wires covered in insulation. That insulation is called the myelin sheath. It keeps your electrical signals smooth and steady. But when you don't have enough omega-3 south in your diet, that protective coating begins to thin, and the wires start to spark and misfire. That's when you feel the shooting pain, the numbness, or the buzzing in your feet and hands. Now here's the shocking part. After age 60, your body becomes far less efficient at converting plant-based fats into the long chain omega-3 south your nerves desperately need. That's why seniors are especially vulnerable to neuropathy when their diet is low in these essential fats. A 2021 study in the Journal of Neurology showed that patients with nerve damage who boosted their omega-3 intake actually had measurable improvements in nerve conduction. That means their nerves were literally firing better, and their symptoms dropped. Another study out of Harvard found that older adults who ate fatty fish twice per week had a 30% lower risk of developing painful neuropathy compared to those who didn't. Think about that. Something as simple as salmon at dinner could mean the difference between walking comfortably or hobbling in pain. Now, how can you get these nerve-healing fats into your daily life? The richest sources are fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. If you can, aim for 2 servings a week. One simple meal idea is to bake salmon with a drizzle of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and a sprinkle of dill. It's easy, delicious, and packed with omega-3 south. If you're not a fish lover, don't worry. You can still get omega-3 south from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. The trick is to grind flax seeds before eating them, because whole seeds just pass through your body without releasing their nutrients. Add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed to your morning oatmeal, or sprinkled chia seeds into yogurt. And here's something inspiring. John, a 68-year-old grandfather from Ohio, struggled with neuropathy for years. His feet buzzed so badly at night that he had to sleep sitting up in a recliner. His daughter encouraged him to add omega-3 south to his diet. Salmon twice a week, and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed every morning. Within 6 weeks, John noticed something incredible. He said, "For the first time in years, I woke up and realized my feet weren't buzzing. I could actually feel the cool tile under my toes when I walked into the kitchen. I felt alive again." Stories like John's aren't rare. Omega-3 south. Give your body the building blocks it needs to repair damaged nerves. And here's a tip that most people don't know. Omega-3 south work even better when combined with antioxidants like vitamin C. So if you're having salmon, try pairing it with a side of steamed broccoli or roasted bell peppers. Not only does it taste fantastic, but the combination helps protect your nerves from oxidative stress, one of the key drivers of neuropathy. Imagine rebuilding the insulation around your nerves bite by bite, and feeling the tingling fade with every week. That's the promise of omega-3 south. Coming in at number 2 is vitamin B12, the quiet culprit behind so much neuropathy pain. What most people don't realize is that B12 deficiency is one of the most common and most overlooked causes of burning feet and tingling hands, especially after age 60. Why? because as you get older, your stomach produces less acid. That stomach acid is what frees up vitamin B12 from food, allowing your body to absorb it. Without enough acid, you can eat eggs, fish, even meat, but the B12 stays locked inside, never reaching your nerves. Studies show that nearly 1 in 5 seniors is deficient in B12, and many don't even know it until the damage is already done. So why is B12 so critical? Think of it as the lifeline for your nerve cells. Every nerve in your body is covered in a protective coat, much like the plastic around an electrical cord. B12 keeps that protective coat strong and helps your nerves send signals quickly and smoothly. Without it, the coating breaks down, and your nerves start to misfire. That's when you feel numb toes, buzzing legs, or the sensation of walking on sponges. Worse, a long-term deficiency can even affect your memory, balance, and mood. A 2020 review in the journal Nutrients found that B12 supplementation not only improved neuropathy symptoms, but also promoted regeneration of damaged nerve fibers. In other words, it doesn't just mask the pain, it helps rebuild the nerve itself. Now, here's the challenge. Most seniors can't rely on diet alone. Even if you're eating chicken, dairy, or fish, your absorption rate may be too low. That's why many doctors recommend sublingual B12. That means drops or tablets that dissolve under your tongue and go directly into your bloodstream, bypassing the stomach altogether. But before you run to supplements, let's talk about food, because there are some rich sources of B12 you can easily add to your meals. Sardines, for example, are one of the best. Just one serving provides more than 300% of your daily B12. And they're not only affordable, but also packed with omega-3 south. So you're hitting 2 remedies in one. Beef liver is another powerhouse, though it's not everyone's favorite. If you can manage it once a month, even in small amounts, you'll be giving your nerves an incredible boost. Fortified cereals and dairy products can also help, especially if you prefer a plant-based diet. Let me share the story of Evelyn, a 74-year-old widow who had been struggling with numbness in her feet for years. She thought it was just part of aging, until a simple blood test revealed she was severely deficient in B12. Her doctor recommended a high B1 diet, along with sublingual drops. Within 8 weeks, she noticed her balance improving. She told me, "I used to grip the railing every time I went down the stairs. Now, I feel steady enough to carry my laundry down without fear." For her, B12 wasn't just about pain relief. It was about freedom to move safely and confidently again. Here's a simple way you can start. Today, make a B12-rich breakfast bowl. Scramble 2 eggs with a handful of spinach, top with a sprinkle of cheese, and add a slice of whole grain toast with sardines on the side. It may sound unusual, but it's a nerve-healing powerhouse. And if sardines aren't your thing, try fortified oatmeal with a side of Greek yogurt. The key is consistency. Give your body what it's been starving for, and your nerves will thank you. One more important note: some medications, like metformin for diabetes, can actually deplete B12 even faster. That's why so many seniors with diabetes suffer from neuropathy. It's not just the blood sugar, it's the silent loss of B12. If you're on long-term medication, it's worth asking your doctor to check your B12 levels. Sometimes the answer to your burning feet isn't another pill, but restoring a simple vitamin your body desperately needs. Imagine this. Instead of shuffling to the bathroom at night with numb, heavy legs, you step confidently, feeling the cool floor beneath your feet. Instead of worrying about losing your balance, you walk tall, steady, and sure. That's the gift of B12, restoring not just your nerves, but your confidence. And finally, here we are at number 1, the natural remedy that seniors over 60 are swearing by. The one that has people saying, "I thought I'd never get relief, but this changed everything." It's called alpha-lipoic acid, or ALAF for short. Now, I know it sounds complicated, but don't let the name fool you. Alpha-lipoic acid is something your body already makes in tiny amounts. The problem is, after age 60, production slows down dramatically, just when your nerves need it the most. That's why adding more of it, either through food or, with your doctor's guidance, supplements, can make such a dramatic difference. So what makes ALA so powerful for neuropathy? 3 things. First, it's one of the only antioxidants that's both water and fat-soluble. That means it can slip into almost every cell of your body, including your delicate nerve tissue, and neutralize the oxidative stress that's damaging your nerves in the first place. Second, it improves blood flow to the tiniest vessels in your legs and feet, the capillaries that deliver oxygen and nutrients directly to your nerves. Without good blood flow, your nerves suffocate. With it, they start to breathe again. And third, it helps your body recycle other antioxidants, like vitamin C and E, making your entire nerve healing system more efficient. In one landmark German study, more than 450 patients with diabetic neuropathy were given alpha-lipoic acid. Within just 5 weeks, their pain scores dropped by nearly 50%, half the pain gone, in barely over a month. For many, that was the first real relief they'd felt in years. Another study in the journal Diabetes Care showed that ALA not only reduced pain, but also improved nerve conduction velocity, meaning the nerves weren't just calmer, they were literally functioning better. Now, where can you find it? Alpha acid is naturally present in foods like spinach, broccoli, tomatoes, and organ meats such as liver and kidney. That means you can start today, simply by adding more leafy greens and vegetables to your plate. One easy way is to salt spinach with garlic and olive oil as a side dish. Not only does it taste delicious, but you're feeding your nerves a dose of ALA with every bite. Broccoli roasted with olive oil and lemon is another excellent option. These foods won't flood your system with huge amounts of ALA, but when eaten consistently, they build up your body's supply and support your nerves where they need it most. And here's the story that gives me chills every time I tell it. Richard, a 66-year-old retired firefighter, had been battling neuropathy for over a decade. The burning in his feet was so severe, he could barely make it down his driveway to get the mail. His doctor had tried him on one prescription after another, but nothing worked. Then, on the advice of a nutritionist, he began adding ALA-rich foods to his diet and, with his doctor's approval, took a daily alpha-lipoic acid supplement. Within 4 weeks, he noticed something different. He said, "One morning I realized I had walked across the living room without that stabbing pain stopping me. I actually stopped in my tracks because I couldn't believe it." Within 2 months, Richard was walking his dog again, something he thought he'd never do. "It's like I got my life back," he told me. That's the power of ALA. Doesn't just numb the pain, it addresses the root problem: oxidative stress and poor blood flow to your nerves. And when those two things improve, your nerves finally get a chance to heal. Now, I want you to imagine your own life with less pain. Picture yourself slipping on your shoes in the morning and heading outside without fear. Imagine walking steadily, feeling the cool grass or the warm sand beneath your feet, without that constant burning. Imagine lying down at night, pulling up the covers, and drifting into deep sleep instead of tossing and turning from the fire in your legs. That kind of relief isn't a dream. It's the result of giving your nerves the tools they've been crying out for. So, let's recap. At number 4, we had turmeric, the golden spice that cools inflammation and calms your buzzing nerves. At number 3, omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats that rebuild your nerve insulation. At number 2, vitamin B12, the lifeline vitamin that keeps your nerves alive and firing. And at number 1, alpha-lipoic acid, the powerful antioxidant that restores blood flow, protects your nerves, and helps them heal from the inside out. Here's the truth: your body is always trying to repair itself. Every cell, every nerve ending, is working night and day to keep you moving, feeling, and living. But after 60, your body needs a little extra help. The right foods, the right nutrients, the right habits. Give it what it needs, and the results can be nothing short of life-changing. So now I want to hear from you. Which one of these remedies will you try first? Will it be a warm cup of golden milk before bed, a salmon dinner with roasted broccoli, or maybe a morning routine that includes a sprinkle of ground flaxseed and a B12-rich breakfast? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've ever tried alpha-lipoic acid, share your story, because your journey could inspire someone else to find relief. And before you go, remember this: your next decade can feel better than the last. You don't have to accept burning feet, stabbing legs, or numb toes as your future. Your nerves are not beyond repair. Give them the right tools, and they can heal. If this video gave you hope, please hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next natural remedy that could transform your health. Because you deserve a life free of pain, full of freedom, and rich with moments that matter. Now, before you rush off to try these remedies, I have to give you a warning. Because here's the truth: even the best foods and nutrients won't work if you keep making certain hidden mistakes that silently damage your nerves every single day. And sadly, most seniors don't even realize they're doing them. So let's quickly uncover 3 of the most common and the simple fixes that can stop them from stealing your progress. Mistake number 1. Too much sugar. I know, you've heard this before, but let me explain it from your nerves' perspective. Every time your blood sugar spikes, it's like an acid bath for the tiny blood vessels that feed your nerves. Over time, those vessels stiffen and narrow, cutting off the oxygen supply to your hands and feet. That's why so many people with diabetes end up with neuropathy. Even if you don't have diabetes, too much sugar has the same suffocating effect. The fix: cut down on sodas, sweets, and even so-called healthy fruit juices, which often contain as much sugar as a can of cola. Replace them with water infused with lemon or cucumber, or better yet, calming teas like chamomile or green tea. Within weeks, many seniors notice their feet don't feel quite as heavy or swollen. Mistake number 2. Sitting too long. When you sit for hours, blood pools in your legs, starving your nerves of circulation. Think about it. Your nerves are like thirsty plants. Without fresh blood, they wilt. The solution doesn't mean running marathons. Just set a timer to stand up and walk around for 2 minutes every hour. Even gentle movement, like circling your ankles while sitting in a chair, helps pump blood to your feet. Mild exercise releases growth factors that actually help nerves regrow. One man named Howard, 71, started doing a simple routine of standing up every TV commercial break. After 3 months, he said, "My feet still tingle, but it's nothing like it was before. I feel like they're waking up again." Mistake number 3. Shoes that strangle your feet. Seniors often wear old, tight shoes without realizing the damage. When nerves are already fragile, squeezing them with poor footwear is like stepping on a garden hose. The flow gets cut off. Switch to shoes with a wide toe box and cushioned insoles, and you might be shocked at how much difference it makes. A podiatrist I spoke to once said, "Half the neuropathy pain I see could be improved by simply changing footwear." It sounds too simple, but sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. Now, beyond the 4 major remedies we counted down, there are a few bonus helpers worth mentioning. Not as dramatic on their own, but powerful when combined. Magnesium, for example, is a mineral that helps relax nerves and muscles. Many seniors are deficient without knowing it. Adding magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, or leafy greens can help calm those night cramps that often go hand in hand with neuropathy. Hydration is another overlooked factor. Dehydrated nerves fire more painfully, like dry wires. Sparking, simply sipping water throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty, can ease symptoms more than you'd think. And then there's gentle walking. It may sound cruel to suggest walking when your feet are on fire, but movement is one of the best ways to keep blood flowing, oxygen moving, and nerves healing. Start with 5 minutes and build up. Every step tells your body, keep these nerves alive, we still need them. And here's the most encouraging part. Seniors who combine the top remedies, turmeric, omega-3 south, vitamin B12, and alpha acid with these simple lifestyle tweaks often report the fastest, most noticeable relief. It's not about perfection. It's about giving your nerves more help than harm. Day by day, bite by bite, step by step, your nerves can repair. I want to leave you with the story of Mary, a 79-year-old from Florida. She told me she used to dread evenings because that's when her neuropathy fled the worst. Her feet felt like they were in a bonfire. She started small: golden milk at night, a salmon dinner twice a week, switching her shoes, and a gentle walk around her block every morning. After 6 weeks, she wrote, "I still feel it sometimes, but it's like the volume knob has been turned way down. I can sit with my knitting again without tears in my eyes." For Mary, the pain wasn't gone, but life became livable again. And for many, that's just the beginning. So here's the truth you need to hold on to. Neuropathy is not a life sentence. Your body is never too old to heal. Your nerves are not beyond hope. Every time you choose the foods, habits, and remedies that nourish them, you're sending a signal. Keep repairing. Keep growing. Keep me moving. So let me ask you, which one of these changes will you try first? Will it be a warm cup of turmeric tea tonight, a handful of walnuts tomorrow, or maybe a chat with your doctor about B12 and alpha-lipoic acid? Share your answer in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and click that bell so you never miss the natural remedies that could transform your next decade of health. Because you deserve to walk, sleep, and live without the shadow of burning, tingling pain. You deserve freedom in every step.